Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gon' win. If they take the loss, they gon' hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxi for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. To eat, sleep Sixes. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. Your boy Sixers fan for life. We got 215, the sports guy, and tonight the Sixers played the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis. I do have the starting lineup already.
My man.
We got Tyrese, we got VJ, we got Drummond, Paul George, for those who missed him yesterday. You know,
There goes 100,000.
I was missing, you know what I mean? I told y'all he's going to play today. You feel me? And then we got Dominic Barlow.
I don't know what's going on with the Sixers organization, but I checked Twitter earlier to see who was playing. Paul George was listed as out. I don't know if they like giving up $100,000, but I'm pretty sure the NBA will be finding them again.
For what?
They're improperly listing players as out and then they're playing.
No, I don't think that's a Sixers thing. I think that's a ESPN thing, yeah.
Well, they got to submit it to somebody.
I'm looking at it now, and he's not on the injury report.
Now he's not. The son I saw earlier. I'll check the legitimacy of it. That's not even important. He out here tonight.
I think it's just be delayed. They wait last minute type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once it's around game time, they update the injury report, and that's the way it goes.
I think it's a certain time span. That's why they got hit with the Embiid joint last time. So hopefully they just made it. With that being said, we got the Bucks tonight. I don't care if it's no Giannis, bro. We got to put in this work. You was talking about a word that I laughed at last show. Streak. I said 2 games. What in a streak? Tonight, Jose, if they win this game tonight, I give you that streak, bro.
I'm not going to accept that, bro. It's not what you give me. This is what I know it is.
I'm giving it to you.
Another win in a row, consecutive, is the streak game.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, he said, Frame, what's up? What up? So, with that being said, Jose, to get this dub tonight, what's the key to the victory tonight versus the Bucks?
You still got to play. I mean, they're missing. Let me see. I just want to.
I'll give mine.
Well, wait. I'm already ready. Like they're only missing Giannis and Taurean Prince, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they still got some players out there. They got to defend. Right. So defense is my key, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like look what happened yesterday. They gave us 2 crazy quarters, yo. Some people probably switched the channels, like, oh, they about to bust these dudes' butts because they ain't got Curry, this, that, and the third. And look what happened. You know what I'm saying? That game went to a game-saving block. Right? We're not gonna talk about the VJ putback. Game-saving block.
Exactly.
Because my man let that go with enough time to seal that game. And if Tyrese Maxey don't go behind him and chase him down, and to put that game away, that was a game-saving block.
Can we talk about that, Jose? And I like to throw myself under the bus, bro. I sat there and watched that.
Though, brother.
What'd you say? Oh,
yeah.
With that being said, take care of the damn ball. Take care of the ball. Don't give them extra possessions. They're down people. Don't give them the ball back. Take care of the ball. That's my key to the game. You know.
Yeah, man. That's always a good one. You know what I'm saying? Protect that basketball. You know, you got to make smart passes and you got to take smart shots. You know what I'm saying? So, you ain't wrong about that.
Hey, man, we address this like every other show. Jenny is a forever family member of this show. She is off temporarily right now. She will be back.
She is still on the payroll, my guy. Okay, she's going through some family situations, and then as soon as everything is handled and the dust settles, she will be back.
I'm pretty sure she loves that you guys are concerned and you're asking about her. I'm pretty sure she watches and blushes. Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. Well, Jose, I want to talk about this, man. I've talked about how I've seen Tyrese Maxey make the jump this year. He made the jump defensively, in my opinion. That's not the
too early to say like that he made like a fool.
He's making.
You know what I'm saying? We getting snippets. We getting some snippets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when the moon is out in the sky late at night and you only get like that C type. You know what I'm saying? That's like a tenth of a moon. You don't see the whole thing, but you see some of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say full jump, man. But I like what I'm seeing because lately he's been blocking people's shots, you know what I'm saying, and causing turnovers. I'm not saying blocks, I'm talking about stripping. He's stripping as they going up for shots. That's a good thing to see. He's out there playing defense, and that's a good thing, man. So, that right there, like to me, in my opinion, he's missing two things. He's missing like a straight up defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he gotta be elite tier defender, but he gotta be.
And stay in front of your man, basically.
Things, you know what I'm saying? It's, especially when you're playing the guard, and there's a lot of good guards out there in the league. And then, of course, the clutch factor. We need that clutch factor now. Yesterday, that game-saving block was super clutch. You know what I'm saying? But that was defense. That's what we're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? That's definitely what we're talking about. And he can put that offensive clutch, factor in the game, man. We ain't gonna be talking too much bad things about Maxey.
Another player I like to shine the spotlight on. We did a little bit last night, but man, this young boy Barlow, bro, he's different. I seen him on a play, and I like to watch plays like this. He did a dunk back on one play. This same play ran down on the other end of the court and blocked the shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, excuse me, he blocked the shot and then came down on the other end and got the putback dunk, all in one motion and whatnot. That is elite play that I look for. We rarely have guys in this city that can play both sides of the field. He can do that. No problem. We're not asking for him to put up 15 a game. He's getting block shots. He's getting rebounding. This is the stuff that we need, Jose. I'll let us get.
Frame, we always look, we frown upon the Sixers third quarters, and that's something they've been doing, lately. With the return of McCain, they've been leaving Maxey out there a little bit in that third quarter, and then McCain's out there. Now defensive liabilities, and that's why we struggle so much in the third quarter, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Along with the coach having a solid game plan on how he wants to come out on the third quarter, they could definitely do better at that. I'm looking for that tonight, especially against a team that's down some, manpower. Bro, if you couldn't get your guys rest last night, tonight is imperative that you get in this and get out of it fast and get these guys some rest, man.
Yeah, you gotta definitely you definitely gotta get in there, handle business, try to get this win. I don't like hovering around the 500 mark, so we gotta start putting a little cushion on these W's on the losses, you know what I'm saying? But it's this basketball. It's just I'm already getting to the point where I don't feel like it's early anymore because like New Year's is right around the corner again. All-Star break is right around the corner.
February, right around the corner, bro.
Yeah, I don't know where these first 2 months went because they flew right by.
So let's tap into the chat. I see they talking out there, man. Frame McRib saying Nurses playing with fire, playing Maxey 40 minutes. That's what we was talking about.
Yeah, we've been definitely saying that. He's definitely Frame. We agree with you, man. I don't want the Sixers organization, the coach, or anybody to run this guy to the ground. But if they don't run him to the ground, where does that leave us right now? You know what I'm saying? Our record will probably be super disappointing. We'd be pissed, calling for everybody here. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Maxey, and all you could do for real, whatever you believe in, whether it's a higher power or a box of Cheerios, just pray to the basketball guys that they keep them healthy.
Joel said in his interview at the locker that, he understand what Maxie's going through and he's carried the load on his shoulder for some years. And I get that. But there is a difference. Tyrese Maxey has a great supporting cast. And I've been saying this on the show that I feel like part of his next step is learning how to make the people around him better because he gets so much attention. I would like to see that a little bit more with him. His setup game, guys are open if you get in the double or, if they're hedging you, somebody's open. So I just listen, no complaints about him this year. I just love the kid. And that's the level that I see that he can get better at is distributing. You got the ball so much, the most on the team, probably the most in the NBA, to keep it honest. I want to see him make moves with the ball other than just scoring, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, these young kids is like I like what I'm seeing with the young kids, the new acquisitions that the Sixers got. Before we had to put up with Cork Miles, Danny Donuts, peanut butter and jelly sitting at the corner being a crazy corner boy, not all Matisse Thybulle giving us good defense, no offense at all, you know what I'm saying? No points whatsoever. And then, one or two steals, like that it doesn't balance out type stuff. And these guys are out there, they're balling, they're fighting, they're not giving up. Yo, a couple years back, we lost that game
We lost that game.
That game would have been lost.
Bro. They would have found a way to lose it.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, we lost that lead, and then we got it back. You know what I'm saying? So the fight the fight was definitely there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the lack of defense and them crazy third quarters kill us every single time. Every single time.
Most definitely. And I don't want to keep making this excuse for our Philadelphia 76ers, but it's real. And Tyrese Maxey mentioned it. The inconsistency in the lineups. It's hard for the team to get adjusted on what they're going to do from night to night.
I don't even like talking about it anymore because then people going to say, hey, Jose, man, come on, man. Why are you making excuses, man?
No, it's real. It's not an excuse when it's happening in your face. And we can't do nothing about it. And I hear a lot of fans jumping off the bridge. I have some patience, man. Have a little patience. I do believe that later on in the season, those minute restrictions will disappear and he'll be forced to find a rotation to stick with.
What do you think about what Frame is saying? This is about the second time he said it. I was going to wait for a little bit, then put it up, but I'm putting it up now. Barlow, is he deserving of a full contract or an extension?
Somebody else put up there, and I'll give him a shout out. Money, the numbers, the advanced numbers when he's out there to when he's not out there. When he leaves the floor, like you said, the defense left the floor the other night, Jose. He was the defense. He's the best defender on our team. He's the only guy that can guard, outside of PG. No disrespect to PG at all. Those two, are the only defenders on the floor. So I feel like either one of them have to be on the floor at all times, with the lack of defense that's going on around them. It's a must. It's a must. Do you see a link on this team? Do you see, I know we're 20-something games in, but do you see a position that they could get stronger at, Jose?
Oh man, it definitely has to be, with the they gotta get to me. I'm gonna say probably the three, definitely center. But we look, we got Bona, then we got Drummond, but with the lack of ability from Embiid, if Embiid was more available, we wouldn't be talking about the center. You know what I'm saying? And Barlow ain't even center type height. You know what I mean? And he's look, Frame said it, he's our best defender. Like our best rebounder right now. You know what I'm saying?
Center responsibilities. Yes, he is.
So it just sucks that we're going through this with Embiid because we wouldn't really be talking about the center. Like if you really want to bring a player in here, you know what I'm saying? Now, because the current situation has to be the center, but if our center situation wasn't there, I'm gonna say like a good small forward, like a real good small forward.
And I agree with you on that last one. Small forward is where I'm at with it. Another defender, another guy that you can ask to go out there for 12 minutes and grind your ass off on defense. Get us a couple stops. VJ Edgecombe, man. I want to touch on him. I criticized him for earlier on a couple podcasts ago about his defense. He's a young guy. He's going to get better, bro. He's starting to make advances and just on being more aggressive and not timid on defense because he got the moves. He has the ability. Now it's just the confidence, to be himself. So I'm starting to see him get more confidence on defense. That's what you saw last night with those 2 steals. He wasn't care about no foul. He was going for the ball, and that's excellent. We don't have a guy like that on this team. So it'll be good to see that more consistently from him.
Money. We listen. You know what? When we say keys to the game, we don't want to keep repeating turnovers. We all know we suck. We just bad with the turnovers. We talk about it every post game when we look at those box scores and the turnover numbers are insane.
Bananas.
I'm not even gonna lie. So these guys gotta all, as a group, as a collective group, have to start taking care of the ball because it's all over all across the board. It's not just one player. I'm not gonna nitpick one player. I saw a few names thrown out there, and it's not just them, bro. You feel me? They might stick out a little more than the others. One game more than the other. But if you go back and you look at all the games this year, the turnover has been.
It's all of them.
Team, the whole team, man. It's insane.
I mean, what mainly sticks out to me is the guard play. And Grimes and Maxey and taking care of the ball and that crunch time. Fourth quarter things could get a little sloppy in that third quarter too. I want them to slow it down a little bit sometimes. Everything doesn't have to be. Sometimes you have to take the approach of a half court offense. Slow it down, set it up, run a play. I don't want to see no more too much ISO ball stuff, man. It's not conducive to points to me.
It's that time, man. We just gonna freestyle it. It's a little early, but it's only a minute. But we're gonna freestyle it and do some over and unders, man. I'm gonna let you knock all 3 of these off.
Let's do it.
Come on, Carl.
First off, we going right up from the rip, man. Young boy had a great defensive game last night. I believe he had 3, maybe 4 steals last night. We're talking about VJ Edgecombe. I'm gonna make it easier for y'all for tonight. There's a couple players down. I believe VJ will get maximized minutes tonight. So with that being said, 2.5 steals for VJ Edgecombe. Over or under? I'll take the under.
I like the steals part of it. I really want him to score. He hasn't had a good double-digit game in a minute. But what he did, he put his body on the line the last 30 seconds of that game a couple days ago, and that you got to commend that no matter how you slice it. That's what you want. They say that the league is soft. Nobody dives on the floor for the ball and all that. Man, VJ was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take 3 steals from him. Man, he's gonna be flirting with that number. I know he is.
Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is.
I'm gonna take the under. He's gonna barely make it. He's gonna be right there though.
When I make you make that face, bro, it makes me feel good on the over under. I did my job. I made you think.
Yeah.
Bone is out there tonight. Bone block shots. That's just what he do. It seemed like he come to work and they just say, bro, just block shots. That's it. That's what we want you to do. Block shots and give us energy. With that said, a night like tonight where there's no Joel Embiid, where Bona will be seeing more minutes. 1.5 blocks for Bona. Over, under.
You need 2. The only time he disappoints me, and BG just has this habit of giving them block over and unders when Embiid is playing, it pisses me off because we got to wait for Drummond to get off the court before we see Bona. I'm going to take the over on this.
Nah, no, it is a Paul George tonight. You probably saw the same thing I saw earlier, which had me a little worried. They put out the lineup and PG's in the lineup, so PG will be playing tonight. With that said, thank you for that, Brother Robinson. With PGB back in the lineup tonight after having a couple nights off, he should be rested. He should be chilling. He still had the footwork that we like to see. So we haven't really seen him put up a dub this season, Jose. Feel like he's going to have the shots to do that tonight. So I'm going to give a 19.5 for Paul George. Over, under.
19.5 for Paul George. The way Maxey been playing, it's gonna be hard for me to pick that. I'll take the under, man. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this message from Lionel. Um, I'm not accepting schedule losses anymore. That's dumb for me. Straight up, I'm gonna act like that word don't even exist no more.
No, not at all. Because I feel like this team is built in a way now, bro. If they ball, they could ball with anybody every night. Anybody every night.
I don't know
With
if you seen
Indy.
the comment that VJ made. You know what I'm saying? He was hyped because they winning. He said he gonna do what it is. He don't care if they ask him to score, he's gonna score. If they ask him to rebound, he's gonna rebound. If they ask him to steal the ball, then he's gonna steal the ball because winning feels good and losing doesn't. So
If
I'm gonna take a chance here. You know what I'm saying? To say they might have a chance today. So well, we
people
shall see.
if people are still crazy enough or out of their minds to still wonder why the Sixers chose to draft this kid number 3 instead of Ace Bailey, listen to that quote right there that Jose said. You need a guy on this team with all this talent to buy in and be a part of the team concept. He's willing to do whatever. He's not mad that he's not averaging 30 points a game. He's not mad that he's not getting a lot of shots. He's making any play possible, and that's why I like this kid. And that's why I think he's going to go far in his career, man.
And this part right here, wait, this part right here is why I said earlier, I said we're flirting with being at exactly 500. We're only like 2 games above, 3 games above. That's not enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't enough to use scheduled loss as an excuse. I ain't having it.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is out. Phil, to answer your question, after a 12-point game last night, he seemed a bit excited himself. That's the one thing I can say, Jose, and I'll touch on that for a minute. One thing I put in Sixers 24/7, regardless of the up and downness of this group, these guys genuinely get along. They genuinely all like each other. And that's normally conducive to winning basketball. Because if you like each other, you play for each other. I'm just waiting to see when the coach is going to come in, and it's like it's identical to the Eagles situation, bro. They don't have an identity on offense. They don't know what they do outside of giving Maxey the ball, setting the pick, and letting him go free and go off of that. So they need to create an identity on offense. That's all. Find one.
4th in the Atlantic Division, but I mean, again, not to make excuses, we ain't been the healthiest team in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we're seeing a brand new lineup almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like we just keep getting cursed with the injuries. That if it ain't one guy, it's another. You know what I'm saying?
Money codes. I give Bull like the rest of this season.
I got a question. I got a question for you, Carl.
Give it to me.
When Oubre gets back, you think they're gonna turn up some?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I think he's an irreplaceable part to this team. He's another two-way player. Can play on both sides of the ball and grab rebounds and whatnot. He adds an element to this team. But, man, it's a downfall to having a lot of talent. Somebody's not going to play. Somebody's minutes is going to go down. So it is what it is. It's a good problem to have, Jose. That's a good problem to have. Casper will be back soon.
But not he said Casper will be back soon.
But not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight. All right, man. Now on to our last segment of the show before the game starts. And I gotta go bold. Today, my bold is going to be. Damn, I had one earlier and I totally forgot it, bro.
I got my bold.
Go ahead. Go first.
Paul George, 40-40 on my shorty. 40-40 for PG tonight. He's going to dip back in the rebuild tank, the revitalization tank. 40-40 for PG.
I got to go for a person, right? Can't go for a group.
You already know how I feel about that, Jose. Come on.
Damn, bro.
Come on.
I was going to do the turnover thing. I think everybody don't want to see a lot of turnovers.
No groupie love tonight, bro. No groupie love. No, I didn't lose my mind. Not yet.
I was going to say 9 turnovers total. Yo, that would be crazy if we can get that.
You know what? That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Because that's bold as fuck. Elena, You want to know why I'm hyped, bro? You want to know why I'm hyped? Number one, but I ain't going. We're not even gonna get on that on this podcast. That gave me a little juice. Number two, we're coming off a win last night, and even though
We coming off a win last night.
yeah, even though people will
We ain't
feel
even
like
playing. We won. That's crazy.
exactly, we're coming off a win last game, and even though people are discouraged about the way we won this game, it's a win, and they had the fortitude to come back and to win that. Keep that in mind. How many fourth quarter wins this team got? That shows a lot of. So if they could put some of this and still have this, I think them wins gonna start stacking up, bro. I don't see these losses we have. I don't see it for the lack of Joel Embiid or Paul George. We really lost them games from things that we did, self-inflicted wounds. So they could get that together, bro. Turnovers, hustling, stuff like that. I like this team a lot. I do. Is Watford back?
Listen, for real, the only embarrassing loss we took this year was against Orlando. That was the only embarrassing loss.
Maxie said the same.
Yeah, a lot of games were really close. You know what I'm saying? We fell short. Win is a win, a L is a L. No other way to slice it. But we've been in a lot of those games, man. Yeah, even the wins, make no mistake, even the wins were close games. Like these guys can play, man. They got fight. It's just, please, man, just be healthy for a minute. Just give us a good 2-month run of healthiness. If not the whole rest of the season, it's highly likely, but I'm asking for it.
Listen, I'm on SSG base vibe, man. Let's get on a winning run right now. Now it's time to knock off 5-6 runs. Start making some hay, man. Start making some hay. Like you said, Jose, All-Star break is a couple months away. Not even. We right around the corner. So, with that being said, the time is now to start creating some consistency with this team. No more up and down, up and down, up and down. You don't want to be like the Cowboys. I'm sorry.
Baz, I don't think the Raptors smoked us that bad, man. They were within 10 both times they played. You know what I'm saying? We beat them by 10, they beat us by 10. So, yeah, I don't think the Raptors smoked us. Smoke is 15 and above. Now you're getting smoked, in my opinion.
Smoke in my hood is a dubski.
Yeah, basketball, getting your butt whooped is 15 points and above.
Yeah, you get a whoopski, you got to quit in my hood. Yeah. 21-0 blowout.
Yeah. That to me is getting your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Anything over 15.
Yeah. With that being said, Joselito, game time is upon
us. All right, we'll be back here for post game. I don't know if BG will be with us because he's out at a Christmas party. I don't think he's gonna get back.
We would say, look on our page. We're gonna post a picture of him at the Christmas party. Look on our page.
GQ Smooth magazine type stuff. Gonna show you know what I'm saying? Anyway, look up top, man. We got all those places where you can find us at. So don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend that we'll be back here as soon as the game is over. Hopefully, we come with a bigger streak, Carl. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, baby.
And we can hear the song again.
Yes, sir.
You heard me? For the third time in a row. That haven't happened since the beginning of the season. So, wishful thinking. See you guys back here when the game's over. Let's go, Sixers.
Let's go.